Hi friends, this one is another ticket which we have received. Here issue is the same. Both client are not able to reach each other in same VLAN. So this is the troubleshooting, another troubleshooting. We will see what is the issue. So we will go on the device and we'll check. So first we will go on the switch and first we will go on the client machine, try to ping whether it is working or not. So here you can see it is not responding. Another also it's not responding. So we will go on the switches and we'll see what is happening. So in the switch we will check the MAC address, VLAN, whether all VLAN are there or not. So we will put VLAN brief, and we'll see our VLANs are there or not. So here we can see two VLANs are there, and we can see our interface is in the same VLAN. And then we will go for the MAC address, checking the MAC address for the source and destination MAC address, whether it is there or not. We are learning or not. We will put the command show MAC address, address, so MAC address and dynamic. Here we will see, we will try to see what is happening here. So here we can see that MAC, one of the MAC, our first client is learning from past Ethernet 0/2. So which is correct, but we are not seeing the destination MAC address. It means something is blocking between the switches. So we will go on the another switch. We will see what is happening there. So when we will put so MAC address here, we can see the MAC address for the another switch, but we are not seeing the another MAC address. So it means that there is something happened between the switches. So we will check the trunk port status to interface trunk. So here we can see both VLANs are allowed. We will go on the another one and we'll see here interface trunk, so interface trunk. So here only VLAN 2 is allowed, but our client is in VLAN 10. So that is the problem. So we have to add here to make it correct. We will go on connectivity interface fast Ethernet 1, fast Ethernet 1, and then uh, we will add that VLAN here. So switch port, what is the command for that? Switch port allowed VLAN. Here most careful thing is we have to check if we are adding any VLAN, we have to use command add, or if we are removing the any VLAN, we have to put remove, like that. You can see these are the commands. If we will put just 10, it will remove other VLAN as well. So be careful while adding or removing any VLAN from the trunk. So here we will add our VLAN. So we will see what the trunk port status. So interface trunk. Here now we can see the our VLANs are there on the trunk port. So we will check. So MAC address, uh, MAC address dynamic. Here we can see 5 is learning. Let's try to ping from the client machine. So we can see we are able to ping now. We will check from the another laptop as well. From another laptop, we will try to ping. Now connection is happening. Our issue is resolved, and we will check the MAC address here. Now we can see both MAC addresses listed in the switch one. We will go on another switch and we'll see there, and we will log in on the another switch, and then we will put so MAC address This one we can see both MAC address are learning from on the switch in same VLAN, and we are able to ping both mm, both client. So issue is resolved. So during the troubleshooting, we make one diagram to make it understand. So we found the client is learning here. A client MAC address is learning here. Another, it is allowed there on switch one trunk port, but here our VLAN was not allowed. So we added our VLAN to make it correct. And the command we use switch port trunk allowed VLAN add 10. So make sure when you are adding any port, any VLAN on the trunk port, so, or deleting or removing anyone, just use command add, delete, remove that one. Otherwise, it will replicate all the configuration. So like if you are allowing just VLAN 10, you are not using add in the command, it will only allow 10 and it will remove other. So make sure the command is correct when you are applying any like removing or adding any VLAN on the trunk port. So this was our troubleshooting. Now issue is resolved. We will take the configuration from the client laptop like here, and we will copy it another one. We will copy which client has pinged. So we will copy this one and we will paste it in our note, and we will put here the issue is resolved after adding adding that 10 on trunk port trunk port. So might be someone has removed during removing another any other VLANs on the trunk. It could be the reason. So now issue is resolved. We will put like issue is resolved after adding VLAN 10 on the trunk port on switch 1, which is 0 name as. Okay, thank you for watching. We will do the troubleshooting for other